we're live, apparently. We can do all the usual stuff, but, all the intro stuff and all that. But I think there's nothing like doing it straight off the bat.
Going raw. Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Let's have some messages.
Yes. Yeah. Well, there's no one watching at the moment, but there will be shortly. And, Will, thanks very much for posting it over your social media, mate. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem at all. Thank you very much for having me.
No, we've had a few 2 or 3 new subscribers, so thanks for that. Some new subscribers, and thanks to Will. So here we go. Look, we're starting to ramp the viewers up now. Hello to Adam, Victoria, and Neil.
Hey, evening, guys.
Dean, they're all there. Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? Hope we're all right. We're just doing a bit of a midweek catch up. We've got a special guest with us, Will, Trucker Will. Yes.
Evening, everybody.
So if you haven't checked out Trucker Will, then it's a Hiab Life.
It's a good channel, really good channel, worth a watch. I was watching earlier on, having a right old giggle. It was it's good to watch. I love the way you have all the GoPros set up all over the place. Well, you get some really good footage there.
It's just a nightmare when it comes back to editing, just trying to link all of the, syncing all of the audios up and.
Yeah, do you use an external? Do you use an external microphone?
I do, yeah. I actually record all my audio separate. I actually use a mobile phone with a lapel mic.
Yeah, in fact, I've got it around here somewhere in my little handbag, my GoPro case. I've got the iPhone. Where are we? The iPhone lapel mic.
So that's great then, because then you can walk around the cab and you can be outside and still talking or whatever.
Yeah, it is handy.
Yeah, well, the bit that makes me chuckle is when I forget it's on and I haven't put it down my top, and I jump out the cab and twink myself and sort of end up looking your head. Yes. The trials and tribulations, see, viewers, what we go through to bring you media. I tell you, it's painful. It's blood, sweat, and tears.
Ad and Ash keep taunting me, saying this is like watching an episode of The Untouchable. I can't read that. Somebody else, I think Ad said, Ad said, get some work done, Dazza. So, done mine, mate. I started really early this morning, 10 o'clock this morning. I started.
I saw a little video from Ash on Facebook earlier of him sharing some of his films with his colleagues. That was quite entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah, some of his DVD collection.
Rob, yes, I was out with my lad on Sunday. I did take a little bit of video, but nothing worth putting on a vlog because I'm a lad with me. So, but yeah, I did, Rob.
I remember my first part-time job.
How long you been class 1 then, Will?
What's it? It's just come up for 5 years.
Yeah, about the same. Well, no, I've in total class 2 and class 1. I've been 5 years now. 3 years. Yeah, 5 years. So,
yeah, mine's the same. My CPC actually runs out next month. So yeah, 5 years. I done my class 2, and then sort of 6-7 weeks later went straight onto the class 1.
Yeah. What made you want to do YouTube?
What made me want to do YouTube? Giving me something to do in the evenings, to be perfectly honest. And it just breaks up that truck driving can be so lonely, can't it, in the cab at times, and sometimes your mind can just wander and you just start thinking up some silly things sometimes.
Pete, have you got headphones?
Do I need headphones? Do I?
You might do, yeah.
Maybe a challenge. Okay, I might drop off stream and I'll come back on through my mobile.
That's all right. Just plug your headphones straight into your laptop. Oh wait, iPhone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me 2 minutes.
Actually, no. It seems to have cleared up. Is it cleared up for you?
Cleared up?
Yeah, sounds fine here, so now.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Goodness knows what that was. Something weird going on.
You got fans in the chat there, Will.
Oh, that's the wife.
All right.
Yeah.
I think...
well,
go on.
Well, obviously, the vehicle I've seen you in is the wagon and drag. Do you ever run? Do you ever run a Class 1 Hiab? As in, sorry, not Arctic Hiab.
As a company, we have got to, and I do jump in them occasionally. I'm actually not on the Hiabs at the moment as a permanent thing. I'm now in an Arctic flatbed.
Oh, cool.
Happy days.
Yeah. So I basically just follow a Hiab lorry about all day, and then they just do all the hard work, and I just sit there and just drive. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like Daz's job.
Yeah.
Evening to Adam Selfridge. Yes, mate. I'm loving the bike. I'm not. I've got to tell everybody, I'm not a massive bike fan. I'm not a biker or anything like that. I appreciate a good-looking bike. Does that make sense? And Adam, and I've said this to Adam, and he's been sending me updates and pictures of his bike as he's been going on, and I've got to say, it's looking mint. He's put some lights on it, and yeah, it looks absolutely mint. Jack, anyone saying no? Got plenty of DVD.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the point. Ash has just said his dad's the Hiab man. You might have, I don't know if you've seen the Hiab videos that we released, Will?
I actually haven't, no.
On the if you look through the channel, it's one of the earlier ones. There's I think it's called Hiab, the Hiab and Kelly's Dreams. If you look at that one, you'll see our Hiab. Dave drives that, and it's the unit alone weighs 21 tons. I mean, I know nothing about Hiabs, but it's an impressive piece of kit. Yeah,
it sounds like quite a big crane on that.
Yeah. Ash might be able to tell us more than I can, but you know, it's an impressive piece of kit.
Yeah, something fun about Hiabs, I think.
Yeah, it was quite good because it's the first time I dealt with a Hiab or sort of being loaded or unloaded by a Hiab was with Dave, and I didn't know anything. And I've got to say, Dave, if you're watching this, mate, thank you, because it was like driving up and I'm like, what do I do here? You know, and he's like, well, just come to me, closer. Right, yeah, okay, in here, and just guided you through it all the way, and then just said, right, twist locks off, boff, and he did the rest. You know, and it's like anything. When you do anything in this job for the first time, it can always be a little bit, oh Christ, I don't want to make a dick of myself, you know.
Daz, we don't know how to do that, mate.
You don't, I do.
It's all good fun at the end of the day, isn't it? So no, it's always interesting. What I loved about the Hiab work, I've not done a lot with Hiab work, but I've done a little bit here and there. It's the variety you guys get. Yeah, it's a lot of boxes, I get that, but also it's when you get the oddballs thrown in your direction. We just need this one grain silo picking up. Can you go and get that for me? It's like
See, my side, we only do container work. That's all we do. So there isn't. It's kind of the same thing. Every lift is almost the same, really.
But the locations are always different, and let me guess, they come with their own challenges.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always fun to watch.
Yeah, today I've been just in and out of different film sets.
Oh, cool. Anything you're allowed to talk about?
Unfortunately not, no. I'm not allowed to record for obvious reasons. Not allowed to record or even say.
You're allowed to say what film sets you were on?
No, unfortunately not.
Neil, Neil, I'm really sorry, mate. I've just managed to, because I've got these big fingers and tiny little 3 dots to play with to show comments and things. I've just successfully managed to block Neil. Neil, if you can hear me, and you can see me, I am really sorry. That was completely unintentional. So yeah, I owe you an apology. Yeah.
No, I think that may be a grovel, and I suggest that we might have to send Neil a mug to say sorry for that little faux pas, Mr. Dazra.
Yeah.
Yes. Talking about mugs, Daz?
Yeah.
No, wrong side. That side. Yes. See these? Will have one soon enough with his own name and stuff on it. Don't worry about that. They'll be coming through soon enough. So merchandise. Have a look at the website. There'll be links on the Facebook page. Have a look. Follow it to the shop. Have a look at some of the merchandise. Daz and I got our hoodies this week, so really pleased with those. I have to say, I'm sat here. I've got my night heater on. I am roasting in it. So I think I'm going to have to put the heater on.
I haven't even put. You're a wimp because I haven't even put my night heater on yet.
I've got no choice. My night heat don't work anymore.
Oh dear. It's slightly different when you're at home, though, Will, isn't it?
It's quite warm in here, to be fair. Yeah. I don't tend to do many nights out with this company. We're just day drivers, that's all.
I don't think I could handle that. That would be being at home too often. That means I'd have to do things like DIY. Hi, Ash. Yes, we did just hear your horns. Thank you very much, mate. Nice to hear you're listening in, dude.
Shall I put my beacons on for you? There he is. Look, Ash is down there. They're all down the end of the road there. Look. They're probably going to.
Can you show them, Dad?
Sorry?
Can you show them?
Do you know what? Let's go and while we're live, right? I'll be K8. Will, shall I be K80? I'll be K80.
What are you doing, Dad? As much as I'm glad to see you've got clean hands, mate, but at the same time, where are you going? Oh no, he's going walkabout.
I'm being K80 reporting live. Look, there she is. There's the beast.
Yes.
Look, his curtains are closed. Right, let's go and find these boys.
Keep my curtains closed, I think.
You keep chatting to Will. I'm going to find these boys.
Oh no. So,
is your death not sign written?
Mine isn't. No, it's a little bit of a long story, but just very short, very quickly put. It's a lease truck at the moment. The sign writing is going to be done on it at some stage. But we're just waiting for the lease to run out and then it becomes sign written effectively. So no, it's good. I'm very. Oh look at that, Daz. You need to have words.
I'm gonna have words.
There's not enough lights on that, is there?
No, there's hardly any lights on in comparison with what it's normally got on. That's it's normally lit up like the proverbial Christmas tree.
I think Jack might be around here. Look, all the boys are around here.
Yeah, they're all hiding up there. You've got this. So where we park, it's quite a good little hidey hole around the back of Ellesmere Port. Will.
That's the dual clutch. It shifts. Probably better than the 750, to be fair.
I think you may about to have a very angry Ash talking to you.
Look, here they are.
There they are,
guys. This is who I have to work with and put up with. Look, there they are. Ash, we've come to see the 750. I think no, we haven't, have we? Not really. There it is.
Yeah.
The beast.
So that one, just if anybody doesn't know, the 750 is the hitting the apex truck.
Look at this. Look, somebody's left his beacons on. He's going to have a flat battery.
And then that is. Oh dear Lord, they're all out and everyone. I tell you, it's like a bad dream some days with them lot.
Right. Well, yeah. Yeah. Dear, oh dear. This is the rabble that I have to work with, Will.
Well, have you come across the Hawkins drivers before in your moochings about?
I've seen a few. We do quite a lot of work out of Barking. I don't know if you know of Bullman Marines. Yeah, there's been quite a few running in and out of there on containers over the past few months.
Have you just, sorry to interrupt you there, Will, but have you noticed how Ash wasn't the same shy self he was that time when he was in the 750 with me that time?
Yeah, you may have to have a word with him.
Yeah, we see you getting with his mates and,
Yeah. I don't know. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it starts out.
Yeah.
No,
That's my exercise done for the day anyway.
Your exercise.
Exercise. There's my trailer. Look. I've dropped it. They're going to go around.
Daz, I don't know if you can see, but we can't see anything, mate. It's pretty much black, and you're like, yeah. If you put your hood up now, you really would represent
death.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
It's like Terry Pratchett's Death, isn't it? Walking about the place. What's that film? Mort, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh.
Dear. I don't know.
Back in the beast.
Yes. Back in his truck.
Yes. There we go.
I feel like being David Attenborough at this point. And now we see the Daz in his natural habitat.
Natural habitat.
The only side of this that is not quite working right is that Daz forgot to do his makeup this morning. So Daz Perrin without makeup is a dangerous commodity.
Oh, right. So.
Oh.
Time for a drink. Anybody else want one?
Yeah, you can pass one through. Viewers, if you want to know how close he is, Daz.
I've got 3 cans left, so yeah.
Thank you,
it's much bigger on that screen. It's not fair.
I get a better view. Oh. Close that off. Oh, my blood. Gee whiz, we're going to have to get some silicone out if that carries on. Yes.
Oh. So, Will, you've been vlogging then for how long now?
I think it's been going about a year and a half, 2 years maybe.
It's awesome.
The channel it's a really slow growing channel. I know there's loads of channels out there. It's much bigger than my one. I don't really upload as a regular one a week, 2 a week, whatever. So a lot of the work that I do is stuff that I'm unable to record at.
Yeah, I know what you mean. When I first started doing it, it was a bit of a hit and miss for me at the beginning. But I started vlogging in a van because I went away from class 1 for a while and then came back to it. But in the van, it was hit and miss. You know, it was like 5 minutes here, 25 minutes there, and little snippets here. You know what I mean? So it didn't really work very well. So now it's trying to build it back up again and sort of, you know, make something half decent out of it. And like you say, it is a slow grower, but I've found that when it's a slow grower, you find that people are more dedicated to your channel. Do you find that?
Oh, most definitely, yeah. I mean, everyone that ever comments on my videos and that sort of stuff, I recognise every single name, and they are people that regularly, and yeah, it's nice to, you know, to talk to these people, interact with them. It feels a bit more personal because it is such a smaller channel. It's almost like they're kind of an extended family, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we've really only started sort of getting more and more over the last month or so, really. But yeah, it has been good, and I think I can see it getting bigger. You know, hopefully. So yeah, it's been good. What are your are you sort of like planning on doing more and more, or are you sort of happy with the way it's going?
To be honest, I'm quite happy with how it is at the moment. I like that the fact that it is growing so slowly. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. I don't really want it to be a massive channel. I'm quite happy to just do my thing, put a bit of content out here and there, and yeah, I'm more than happy with that.
Yeah. I mean, I must admit, sometimes I think, oh, hang on a minute, I've got to stop, because once you start sort of saying, I'm going to do it every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, relentlessly, then it becomes a little bit more than a hobby that you do as well as trucking. You know what I mean?
Exactly that. Yeah. And I don't want to put content out just for the fact of just doing it. It's got to be. I mean, nothing. I don't ever turn the cameras on because it's planned. No, none of my vlogs are. I don't pre-plan anything that's going to happen or that I want to happen within a video. It's just my channel is more about this is what a real day is about.
Yeah. I mean, we've kind of gone for. We're still quite early on in it, but I want to go for more like the helping the new guys that are coming into it out, and that kind of thing. But it's kind of finding that right track at the moment. You know what I mean?
I think there's a lot of that.
You put out the tips video about the straps on the curtain.
Yeah.
I found that quite interesting. I mean, I've only done a little bit of curtain side work, so I think even as a current driver, some of the stuff that you've put out, I've found it's useful information.
Cheers. Yeah, no, I like that. That's good feedback. I kind of think that's where I want to kind of push it, but also a bit of what's going on, what we're doing and things like that. Thanks to James, by the way, in the comments. I'm just catching up with all the comments. Trucking event.
To be fair, Des, we do have a lot of fun in what we're doing, and I think when we're enjoying something, we like to try and add that into the vlog, because it is something I've always maintained that if we enjoy what we're doing, then people watching will enjoy it as well. This evening there'll be this week's midweek vlog will come out, and in there is all about helping other drivers and some of the sort of Brecon runs that I've been on this week and things like that. And we do live in a beautiful world, and especially at the moment when everyone's stuck in lockdown and can't really get out, to be able to get some footage of the beautiful mountain passes and that kind of stuff. I always think, I don't know if you caught the last week's vlog where Daz shows going through the ice-laden trees, and that was an absolutely stunning couple of days. And we both found the Winter Wonderland scenario gorgeous, and we'd like to think that the viewers would like to see that as well. So that's a fun thing to put up.
Yeah, I did.
It is amazing. Some of the. Sorry, go on.
No, go on. No, I'll finish.
It is quite amazing. Some of the places that truck driving takes you to, some of the sites that you get to see. Not always able to go and enjoy it and appreciate it as much as we'd like to, but just passing through some villages and towns, and that's definitely. For me, that's the nicest part of truck driving. That's the bit I enjoy the most. Just some of the places and different people that you get to meet, different walks of life, and everyone's
different characters.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Oh, yes. This a really nice guy from down in Warminster, isn't there, Daz? Who drives a forklift, and he is one of the funniest people you'll ever meet. Neither of us know his name, do we?
No, I think some of the lads up the road know his name, though. I don't recall it.
But he is hilarious, and he's been there, he's done it, he was in the army, he's done all sorts of bits and pieces in his life, and he now batters about on a forklift unloading trucks. And it actually makes our day rock when you rock up to some of these places and you've got somebody with a real cracking sense of humour who's not afraid to take the mickey out of you if you take 4 goes to get into somewhere and things like that. So yes, it's it's good, and it's the people that make the job fun. I mean, like you said, Will, it's very easy to make this a lonely job, but when you've got all your friends on the other end of the phone, I mean, I would be frightened, I suspect, by the amount of hours spent on the phone between Daz and myself and a couple of the others, as we just chat as we're hammering about the place. It's great fun.
Adam in the comments says he's been debating whether to start blogging, but doing what I do can prove difficult on site. I run a courier company. Yeah, there are. If you look at Pete Coath's channel, Pete, if you're watching this, massive shout out to you as well. Pete Coath runs a courier company, and it's Pete. What's his channel name? Oh God, Pete, that's really terrible of me. But do a search for Peter Coath and you'll find him. He's written a book as well. It's absolutely fantastic. But do check him out, Adam, and it will give you some inspiration. I guarantee you that. Yeah, Neil, I kind of blocked you by accident because I'm on my phone and there's 3 tiny little dots to say display this comment, and I went block instead. So apologies for that.
He's lying. He just didn't want to hear from you anymore.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no, I'd go with that, Will. I think you're right, and I do think that Daz needs to hold good on our. In fact, if Daz doesn't do it, I'm going to hold good on that price, and Neil, you're going to get a Fifth Wheel Trucking Vlog mug sent through to you for Daz's faux pas because he's got fat fingers.
He was actually saying before the stream, if that Neil turns up, I'm just going to block him. He was saying that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Before the stream went out.
Yeah, it's just evil.
Well,
yes.
I've got a bit of a story to tell you guys after the stream about the mugs. Actually, I was kind of expecting one today.
This one or the one that one?
The what one?
This one.
Or that one.
Yeah, or that one.
Yeah.
Sorry. So redo that. That one.
Yeah. That would have been. Yeah.
Can I just point out, Daz, that my next Fifth Wheel Trucking Vlog mug is going to have that image
grumpy
on one side of it. Yeah, well, it's true, isn't it? That's my first anti-murdery juice in the morning cures a lot of evils. Well, I don't know if you've seen this in any of the vlogs, but Daz in the morning is somewhat akin to a bear with a splinter in its paw. He's fairly ferocious first thing in the morning, and until you feed him a couple of anti-murdery juices, like in the morning, if I was to wake him up in the morning, I wouldn't actually knock on his door to wake him up until I boiled the kettle, put coffee in a mug. I'd knock on the window, let him wind the window down, throw the mug at him, close my window quick enough so that I don't have to listen to him for at least the first 20 minutes until that coffee's hit home. That way, I survive.
Incidentally, my
I'm
wife
very much like that myself.
The same tactic.
Yeah. It's like a life or death situation. You run down the road, sort of hoping not to get run over by the steam train that's an angry Daz without his anti-murdery juice.
Angry Volvo driver alert.
So, yes. Much the comedic value of everything else.
Absolutely, yeah. And you got worried the other morning. Sorry, well, what was that?
I've actually got a question for you two. How does your company feel about you vlogging yourself?
Can I answer one thing first?
We work
for separate companies.
Right. Okay.
I was getting
so. All right. Sorry, Daz. Go on.
Yeah, we work for separate companies. But Hawkins, when I first started, I left it like probably 3 or 4 weeks, got myself settled in. But at the beginning, I'd said to them, look, I'm a vlogger. Do you mind if I do this? And no, absolutely not. Crack on. You do what you got to do. So, yeah, I'm sure they don't mind. I mean, the lads have a good laugh with me. They're tuned in watching now. So, yeah, it's good. They all like it. I like it. Well, they seem to like it. I like doing it. And there's not a problem. I don't know where your guys are with it, Pete.
I'm very lucky. I work for a very small company of subbies to the main contract up here, and I'm really, really lucky that I've got a really good company to work for. There's 4 of us drivers. Did I just do that and say 4?
Yes.
I can't even count myself. So there's 4 Arctic drivers and myself. And generally, on the whole, they just laugh at me and let me get on with it. As long as the wheels are turning, the loads are moving, I'm pretty much left to it, which is great fun, actually. I know, I think Sue is watching this evening, who runs the office with a couple other people. Evening, Sue. She's, so I'm very, very blessed with a really, really good company to work for myself. And I know...
What about you, Will? Are they okay with it where you are?
I've never told them.
They know now.
Because they know now, yeah. There has been a lot of bloggers out there, truck bloggers, that the companies have asked them to stop, and that was the reason that I was asking, because I don't really understand why a company wouldn't want you to be promoting their company, as long as you're not painting a bad picture of them, a bad image. It can be seen as publicity is publicity at the end of the day, isn't it? If you're putting your company's name out there in a good and shedding a good light on it, then I don't see you've also got to be careful what you're showing, obviously, contracts, that sort of stuff, which is the main reason that I don't put vlogs out as often as some of the others, because there is a lot of stuff that we do that is, it's hush-hush sort of contracts that we're on. We wouldn't want our competitors, obviously, to get wind of what we're doing and where we're going, what we're doing, how much we're getting paid, that sort of stuff. So,
yeah. Just very quickly on the side there, Adam, thanks very much, mate. I couldn't think. Pete, the courier driver. Pete, I'm sorry for forgetting your channel name, mate. I'll phone you up later on and apologise to you in person. But Pete, the courier driver is who I was thinking about. But yeah, I mean, it's like when I'm, I've picked up, occasionally I've picked up high value load, and I've just sort of said, I'm not showing that on camera. I don't. People will know. It may not be a regular contract. It may be a one-off, but even so, you don't want to display that. And I've even on the other side of it, I've pulled up somewhere and said, "Is it okay if I film?" Not really, mate. Okay, no problem. So there's that side of things as well. But yeah, generally, I mean, they don't. I think they're happy with it. They seem to be happy with it. I've never been told not to. So
I think there's also a certain level of, if you show a certain level of respect in what you're doing and what you're putting out and what you're putting into the public forum, is really key and important. Like you both said, if any vloggers doing anything that's detrimental to the company name or the company brand or the company contract, obviously you're going to get a problem. But as long as you're clean-nosed, I like to call it, about what's going on, but also showing the level of professionalism that the three of us enjoy.
Rachel just said, "Are you hungry, Will?"
She's definitely a keeper, that one.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No, you're welcome, Adam. I'm trying to read as many comments as I can, guys. I hate to think what this is going to be like when we get thousands of viewers, like in years to come, and we're sitting here trying to keep up with all the comments. It'll be like, whoa.
Well, I don't think you'll be doing it on your phone for a starters, does?
No, hopefully not.
No.
So, cool.
Yeah.
So
no, it's yeah. Go on.
I believe we've got steak for dinner tonight. Actually, talking of food.
Yes, provided by my family farm, of all things. I shall show you the lump of meat. Stop it, that we've got for tonight.
This isn't the channel for that.
Yeah. So, like I say, generally they don't seem to. They've never said anything. They've said stop it, and they've always said go for it. So yeah, go on, Pete. Show us your meat. No, wrong.
It's all right. My flies are done up, Dad.
Fresh meat.
Is that a piece of steak or what?
That is one juicy bit of meat you got.
Oh, thank you. I do like a juicy lump of steak.
Can't
Nothing like it. Yeah, got to beat your meat to eat it.
I love the way you just slapped it.
Did you ever get up this way, Will?
That's too far to go on a day run. If I go above Northampton, I get a nosebleed.
I thought you were a tramp. Oh, you only tramp every now and then, didn't you?
Yeah, very, very rarely. We do 7 till 5. That is our hours.
Oh, right.
I think
That's
the
like
furthest
a half day for us.
half a day. Yeah, tell me about it.
What do you do with the
I was
rest of the
tramping
time?
I just chill out in here.
No, you vlog. You're editing
That takes
all
up
this
so
mad.
much time.
There's a bit of a delay going on. Sorry, Will. There's a bit of a delay going on from when Will hears us and we hear him. So there's a lot of interrupting going on. I apologise, but don't think we can help it.
No. Well, the funnily enough, I'll be down your way in the morning. Well, because I am heading for Eastbourne tomorrow morning.
Where am I going? Oh, I'm going into London tomorrow morning. Into Dulwich.
Oh, are you?
Oh,
Dulwich. Ooh.
Don't slow down too much, Will. They'll have your wheels off.
Well, I'm from Essex anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Rochester originally, so as you can tell by the sort of.
Well, you're all northerners to me.
Yes, that's true. Yeah,
I was born and raised in Cornwall. Well, even though I live up north now, so yeah, anybody kind of north of Cornwall is a northerner in my book.
So everyone.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Mm.
Yeah, all northern monkeys. How to make friends.
I'm actually out in a rigid tomorrow morning.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, taking a little 6-wheeler, Hiab lorry into Dulwich, then back to the yard, into mine, and then up to Oxford.
Yeah. Well, you could actually. That must be like driving a go-kart, actually, in comparison with everything else that you have to drive normally.
I hate driving rigids. I think Arctics is so much easier than a rigid. The turning circle is just. Every time I take one out and you get to a mini roundabout, and in an Arctic, you just spin it around on the spot and be gone. But you need like half a postcode, don't you? Half a county just to turn one round.
Yeah. I must admit, I've done that. We used to go to a place funny enough, with a company that wouldn't let me do vlogging. And we used to go to this place, and you go down the side, and it opens up, and you go in, you spin round, you come up to the bay door, and they tip you from there. And this one time, there was a rigid driver in front of me, and he's gone in and he's done this, like Mr. Bean shunts like this, and then driven up to the door, and I'm like, yeah, watch this, mate. It's so much easier driving one of these.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with you totally there, Daz.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Anybody
Sure.
watching live now that drives a rigid and an Arctic find it easier in a rigid? I mean, admittedly, when you're reversing, so long as you turn the steering wheel the right way, it's easier. But you know, I think as a whole, it's easier to drive these.
I don't know, Daz. If I can just show you something, actually, I'm going to see if I can make this work.
Don't want to see this. Well,
right. Hang on a minute. Screen. Right. Don't know. Can you not see that? Right. No. Can you see that?
No.
Really?
No, I don't think.
Is it not working?
No, I think.
Oh, hang on. There we go. No, it's all right. There we go. I can do it. So, can you see that now?
No, I think I have to allow you to do it somehow. Bear with me. Guests.
It's where everyone gets blocked.
Yeah.
He's playing.
Our How well you know me.
I don't know, because it says I'm sharing it this side. Okay. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll show it a different way. This is an easier way for me to show it right now.
Do we want to see this? This would better be worth it after all this.
Yes.
By the way, I'm going to give a quick shout out to Trucking Adventures. If you're a gamer and you like your, are you a gamer, Will?
I'm not. No, I don't get time for that sort of stuff.
No, I don't.
My daughter
really.
is.
I don't really. I have a little dabble on my holidays and high days, you know. But there are a lot of people that like Euro Truck Simulator too. And our 750 that you just saw earlier on up there, driven by Ash, that is actually on there. And it's a good game, but Trucking Adventures, check that channel out as well. And it's it goes all over the place doing all sorts of stuff. It's quite interesting, really, as games go. And you'd think me as a truck driver, I wouldn't want to be doing that on my time off, but sometimes I just sort of think, you know what, I'll have a little dabble. So it's quite good.
Right, I've got something to show you here. I don't know. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So that was the wagon and drag that I used to hootle about in the place from time to time. I didn't drive it very often. I wasn't its permanent driver, but that thing had a mounted Moffat on the back. So, what's going on here? Anyway, so yeah, that had a lorry mounted forklift on the back. So it totaled out about 74.5 foot long. So just shy of legal maximum limit, I believe. So as we Adam, up north is anywhere north of the Tamar River in my book, mate. Anyway, so the wagon and drag I used to drive, when you parked in in a services next door to anything, you'd park the Moffat in line with the back of an Arctic, and the Arctic used to come about halfway up the wagon of the wagon and drag, because there was so much extra length there. It was quite something. People don't realise how long wagon and drags can actually get.
Yeah.
And actually how much
I think all crane lorries, they tend to be a lot longer as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
Obviously they're a stretched unit, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never operated a hire, and I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't know the first thing of what to do. I wouldn't have a clue. It's like my ADR. I've never done my ADR, and I never want to do my ADR.
I don't know.
You'd be able to learn a hire within a day.
Really?
Yeah, there's not really much to it, to be honest. It's just up, down, left, right. It's in and out. It's as simple as that. It's just like playing a PlayStation, really.
Stop it.
It really is straightforward. It really is.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well,
I think it's like anything though in this game, Will. I think learning to get the license is one thing, but learning how to use it properly is a completely different ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
And I've noticed. I mean, like I said before, every day on this job's a school day, and when you first pass your test, you learn to pass. You learn to pass your test. You then pass your test, and then nobody actually shows you how to do the job, tells you what's expected of you. It's keys. Thank you very much. See you in a couple of days. You know, and you always sort of in the back of your mind wonder, am I doing this right? Am I, that kind of thing? And it's like anything, like you said, you've got to learn somehow. And unless you go up to people and say, it's the first time I've done this, mate, how do I do this? You're never going to learn.
We've got a massive delay going on here.
We have, yeah.
Right. Daz?
Yes?
I have to say, I've got steak on my mind.
So have I, actually. So have I. What we'll have to do one time, Will, is we'll have to get together and do a live one whilst we're actually driving about. Sort of pull over somewhere, start the live one, and do it from the road. That would be quite cool.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, I'm hoping actually at some stage, seeing as I get a bit further south than you normally does, I might be able to catch up with you. Well, that'd be good fun. I'm trying overnight somewhere near you or something like that and come say hello.
Yeah, that'd be good. Definitely.
Be a bit of a laugh.
100%.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent.
cool.
Yes,
Right.
So I've got steak on my mind, and
Yeah.
Oh look who's there. Saying hello to the wife. Yeah, we'll have to do that. We'll have to do some sort of live stream from the road. That'll be quite epic, actually.
I'm game.
So yeah, guys, for those of you that are following the Fifth Wheel vlog with Pete and I, with us is Will from It's a Hiab Life, just over there. Wave, Will, wave. There you go. That's Will. Check out Will's channel. Just do a search for It's a Hiab Life.
Mm. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is, right
Just
there.
that bit.
Hang on. Right there.
So mirrored on here.
Yeah, so do check him out. Absolutely brilliant channel. I've got to say, I enjoy all the content on there.
Dad,
so-
stop poking me.
Sorry. There it is. So yeah, well, thank you so much for taking time out in your evening to come and chat to us, mate. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
No problem at all. Thank you very much for having me.
No
No, it's
worries.
good
We'll have
to
to do
see
it again soon.
Definitely.
Last thing we've got, Daz, is there'll be the next instalment of our vlog will be out after this live chat.
Yes.
And it's this week. This midweek is the same old, same old.
The
Have a
same.
look.
Yes. Go and
All
check
sorts
out
of interesting, entertaining stuff. Lots of stuff to do with snowy roads, rescuing people from ditches. What else have we got in there, Daz?
me doing the same stuff day in, day out.
Yeah, Daz generally beetling up and down the place and what have you. I also know that Will's just put out on his channel one today, was it, Will?
It was today, yeah.
Yeah, which is a really good watch. I had a watch of it earlier. Make sure you check that out. It's a Hiab Life. It's it's fascinating what Will gets up to. It's quite good actually. So yeah, make sure you check it out and have a good watch because it's really, really well worth it.
Yeah, excellent. All right, well, we'll have a little chat momentarily when we've ended the stream. And guys, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again soon. Thanks very much again, Will. We'll see you soon, mate.
Take it easy.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.